Nancy for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 31 Days of Cut Files. Today we have the stack of books with glasses on top as our cut file, and I'm doing a little bit of I don't want to say a cheat, but I am using a page kit from the Bird Song collection from 49 and Market. I'm using page number 2. I'm not going to do all the way to steps 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. I'm just going to do to step 1, and one of those photos is going to become my actual cut file. So it's going to be pretty simple, and I'm following it pretty closely. I think there's a couple of things that may be slightly different than what the actual page kit calls for. I don't normally follow these, but because I was traveling while I was doing these, this was the easiest way for me to take some supplies with me and get them done. But I really like the cut file, and I'm not even going to back it. I actually kind of almost prefer I left it white, but I am going to ink it up. Um, and we're going to go with it and see what happens here. So I'm going to go ahead and create my layout. I love this paper. I love the Bird Song collection kit. It's very beautiful. And I thought it would go really well with documenting my reading for the year so far. I do have a printout of a photo. You can see it there. It says timeline on it. It's to the left-hand side. And it says my activity by year. It shows last year and this year for what my reading has been. And these are audiobooks because I mostly do my reading while I'm driving or doing chores. If I have free time, I'm usually scrapbooking or doing crafty things or cleaning up from scrapbooking. So yeah, mostly audiobooks, and that's okay. To me, that's reading as well. Keeps your brain going. Anyway, um, but I didn't print my photo in the right size. As you can see, I have a 3x4. I actually have two 3x4s there, but I'm not going to use one of them. I was going to just use the timeline, but I need to print it larger. I just didn't have it with me, and I didn't have a photo printer with me, so it's going to get added a little after the fact. And I am also just using like a bunch of things that are in my travel tools. So I have my water brush, which makes it super easy for doing some light watercoloring because I can just fill the barrel and use it that way. And then I am using a small uh, adhesive roller, which is the Kikuyo one. Um, and it works great. So it's one of those dot rollers. And so I just throw that in my little travel bag. But as you can see, I also have the cover for my full size 9.5-inch shears because I love those. I can do almost everything with those. So I just throw those in rather than a small travel set. These ones just make me happy. So yeah, some things, you still got to go big. Now, of course, if I'm flying, I can't take those because the blade is too long. But we were driving, we drove to Idaho, and I was visiting my family there and working on this while I was at my brother's house. And so my work surface is very small. You can kind of see off to the side of it. I am also in front of a window to kind of give plenty of light so that you guys can see and I can see. And I'm just making do with what I've got. I am using some Shimmerz watercolor in the I Love You Onyxly color, which is black, but it's not going on super dark because I didn't wait for it to become really juicy and pigmented. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply it this way, which like I said, I kind of wish I left it white because it doesn't stand out quite as much with it being this kind of light charcoaly color, but I am going to add a little bit of um, blue to it. I'm trying to think of the name, you guys. So I'm going to add a little bit of blue to it, the turquoisey blue, and that's going to, I think it's Blue Lagoon. Um, that's going to make it pop just a little bit more. And for some reason, if I don't think it's dark enough once I get the photo in there, I can always cut another one of these and put it right over the top of this one. It will actually just make it a little bit more dimensional. But since I went ahead and colored it up, I'm going to go with it and see what happens here once I add a little bit of the Blue Lagoon and see if that just helps it stand out just a little bit more. And I think it does. I think it does a pretty good job of that. Um, while I do that, I want to remind you, MK's got a video for you today using the same cut file. I'm curious to see what she does with it and what she is documenting. I didn't have a lot of other photos of me reading or something like that. I do have one that I'm going to use tomorrow, and I have a bunch of the kids reading, but I've documented that a couple of times in their books. So I wanted to document my reading journey for the last couple of years, and this was the best photo I had. I am also bringing in some of these sublimation printed acrylic pieces from MK's shop, which I think are fabulous. They match this collection really well. And so I'm going to bring in two different pieces from two different sets. One's a stack of books, one's the open book, and I think they look really cool. I'm just going to use a little bit of the dot runner adhesive on the back, and I'm going to stick those down into my clusters and call it done. That is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget there is also a playlist down below in case you missed any videos so far this month. You can go back and check out all of the videos released so far in that playlist in the description box. Thanks so much for watching. I will be back again tomorrow with another one, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.